All right, my name's Ty. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're at the Toledo Card Show. I'm going to talk to you about fake cards and how to spot them. So, I have a pretty obvious one here. This is a Blastoise GX. The first thing to notice with this card is how dark it is. Like, it's kind of hard to tell what the card even is when you're just looking at it. This was in a binder that we picked up. And it was pretty glaringly obvious. This card is also supposed to be textured, which means it's going to have like fingerprint-like lines in it, kind of like this Lapras. See how there's like a texture to it almost, if you can catch that. There's little lines going all through. You can actually feel the texture if you run your finger across it too. They're like small indents in the cards. Blastoise is supposed to, he doesn't. And then there's the back. Very washed out, dark, not quite as red. It's a little bit more orange. The Pokemon's not as pronounced. It almost looks blurry in a way. The real secret to telling real versus fake Pokemon, it's not as known. People use something called the light test. The light test doesn't always work on cards. Don't rip your cards in half if you do the light test and it fails. Take it to somebody who knows, because the light test is rough. That was a thing that people had talked about for a very long time. The best way to tell, don't rip your cards ever. There's a little thin black line going along the edge of every single card that's real. That's the ink layer in between the two layers of cardboard. And it's really hard to see, but if you do get in there just right, it's gonna be white, black, white. With fake cards, it's all printed right on top. So that's just a plain white edge. There's not gonna be any black line going through. That's the number one way of telling real versus fake cards. Because the printing process is not as easy as it sounds, and it's layers and layers of ink on the card. And these ones are real cheap. Easy to make, real sketchy to see. If there's any errors on the card, like spelling errors, or sometimes the HP up top is something insane. You'll see like 50,000 HP when it's supposed to be 240. Coloring is another big thing on the card. Sometimes they're really dark, sometimes they're way too light. Look for texture if it's supposed to have texture. Make sure it's the correct texture. Because there's cards like the Umbreon VMAX Alt Art from Evolving Skies that's got the moon on it up here. And there's cards that the fakes are getting better, unfortunately. So you see certain fakes that will have texture, but with that card specifically, it like blooms out from the moon. And that's the only way you know it's real or not. Because that's like a $2,000 card. So you have to be really careful when you're buying cards. If you're buying packs, especially vintage packs, make sure they're sealed properly. Make sure there's no errors in the text. Spelling errors are a common thing, or it'll say something crazy. Make sure you check the evolution box, because on certain fake cards, it'll have the wrong Pokemon in the evolution box. That's a big sign for fakes. Not all of them are as obvious as this. This is a really obvious fake. But I mean, a lot of people just don't know. So that's why we're making this video today. Make it a little bit easier for you guys to try and spot what to buy and what not to buy, what to sell and what to throw in the garbage. Throw this one in the garbage. Like that. Thanks, guys. So come check us out at the Toledo Card Show. We're here all the time, where you can buy real cards and not fake cards. And if you have questions, if you ever have cards that you're looking to have authenticated, bring them to me. I can help you if you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself. Come check us out. See you guys.